Male day traders struggle most with this problem, and it's an ongoing problem, and it's one where I want to show you where it still almost got me. And this is an observation from myself and in the coaching arena, which I've been in for a long time now. I've worked with many male traders, and yeah, there's always this common theme. Now, to be fair, this is not a universal rule, and I'm sure females struggle with it too. But it just seems like us men, we have a little bit more of a challenge when it comes to this particular hurdle. Now, to best set this up, I want to walk you through an actual trade. That way, you know, I'm not talking in theory. I'm showing you a real life result, and then we can kind of talk through it. So let me just first show you the first part of this trade.
Have an order at 39, in at 39 for a put. Out there for a $220 loss.
So as you can see there, took the loss, never fun. But have you ever had this happen to you where you take the loss, you're disciplined, and then this happens?
So that one just shot straight up. Whoop. Maybe I would have been okay on the, yeah. I was, yeah, looking like I would have been okay, but this is all hindsight trading. Yep, definitely would have been okay. Bummer.
Now, at this point, I really wish it was as easy where you can just look at that situation and have one of these ice water in your veins, I don't feel anything type deals.
No, I'm not feeling that at all.
Unfortunately, though, that's not how the human mind works. Trading is filled with emotions, and I realize the slogan on my site is trade without emotion, but really it should just be manage your emotions, because that's what you need to do as a trader. You need to manage your emotions. But this is where the problem starts to come in for us as guys, because, well, in order to manage your emotions, you have to get in touch with your feelings. You have to get in touch with your emotions. And for guys, you know, that's not really our favorite thing to do. Guys really don't sit around, hey fellas, listen, let's all talk about our feelings. Let's get in touch with their feelings. No, that's not what happens. But when you are not in touch with them, you risk losing control of them and you don't manage them. And then you can put yourself right on the cusp of, you know what you're about to see here.
I have an order at 45.50. Oh, that's forced trade. Forced trade. I don't need to be a little irritated about that last one.
And you heard it. You heard me say, I'm irritated right now. I was feeling, well, I was feeling a little frustrated, a little angry at my computer, a little angry at the market.
Right, that's it. I've had enough.
And that's just a very, very risky spot to be. So really at the core, and I understand maybe you think you know this, but you really don't, because it's a struggle. Like I said, you just saw me. Now, the one thing I did do was I acknowledged. You heard me verbally say it out loud. Hey, I'm irritated right now. Well, what does that actually mean? It means that I got in touch with my feelings. I actually acknowledged them. And it's weird because even me saying that, I feel like, oh, you got fund manager. No. But that's what we have to do as male day traders. If you're a dude, if you got testosterone surging through your veins, I wish there was another way. I really wish I do. I wish you could just drink protein shakes all the time, eat meat, lift weights, do who knows what else, and just not even have to care about your emotions. But a key part of being a day trader is you always have to be looking in the proverbial mirror. And you know, if you don't like what you see, well, you gotta make some changes.
Anyway, one day I wake up and I look in the mirror and I don't like what I see.
And it's a very, very powerful thing, because in this trade, like you saw, I got in touch with my feelings. I acknowledged it. And what I didn't show you was, had I gotten in at that point, it would have been a losing trade. I would have lost even more money and potentially spun out of control. Now I'm that much more angry. I want to shoot up that many more computers. And then I think if you have any experience at all, you've probably been there, where you go into this psychological tailspin and you lose it. But if you had just looked in the mirror up front, acknowledge your emotions, thought, you know, I am feeling XYZ right now. That is okay, because emotions are never going to go away. But by acknowledging those emotions, you will be able to actually address them. So sure, not fun to get in touch with your feelings, not fun to acknowledge feelings, but when you acknowledge them, you can start to manage them. And in this situation, I just needed to take a quick break. I walked away from my computer and, things went okay. So that is what my P&L looked like as soon as I took that loss. But like I said, I walked away, and then a few hours later, those were my results, which came out to a total of just under $126. So by getting in touch with my feelings, acknowledging that I needed to take a break, coming back, instead of potentially losing control, going into that emotional tailspin, I had a clear head, made some more trades, chipped away at it, and even got back green. So from down $170 to up $125. That is the power of just getting in touch with your feelings. Looking in the mirror, acknowledging those emotions so that you can deal with them, so that you can control them. It's a very profitable skill to have, and it's something that you've got to do. You've got to do it regardless if you're the biggest, toughest guy, you got hair all over your body, you eat chicken wings all the time, you just eat protein powder, you don't even drink it. I'm sorry, you are a man's man, I get it, but you're still gonna have to get in touch with your feelings if you wanna have any sort of consistent success in the world of day trading. And this, of course, refers to you women too. If you're a woman that doesn't really like to get in touch with her feelings for whatever reason, then yes, you also need to look in the mirror, acknowledge your feelings so that you can manage them. And again, no theory here. You saw it, real life trade, then you saw the end results of that day, and things turned out to be just fine. Sure, would I have liked to have been greener on the day? Of course, but that's a lot better, the $125, than having a loss spin out of control and being down $1,025 or something crazy like that. So I hope this helps. If there's any sort of tips or tricks that you have to kind of, for us fellas, to get in touch with our feelings that you do, leave those down below. I think we can definitely help each other out there. So yeah, in the comment section, maybe it's just gonna be a bunch of testosterone filled guys talking about their feelings. We'll see what happens. But I hope this helps. But yes, go get in touch with your feelings. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.